And so to sit there and say that I was disobeying authority because I wouldn't follow their unlawful command to search my car without a warrant, which violates the highest authority in this country, is laughable. And it's like you said, if Romans 13 is telling us to blindly obey an evil government, then that would make us great Nazis, and I guess when the Antichrist comes, we'll all obey him and Stalin and whatever. The Bible in Romans 13 very clearly lays out a government. It says, rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. But wait a minute, we're living in a time where our government is a terror.
Hey, the government says abort 50 million babies. I guess that's it's of the Lord. Right. Good. God must want us to kill babies. It's a cop-out.
I'll blame the pastors in this country who are preaching that. I don't even know what to say about them. I mean, it's wicked that they would actually have the gall to stand behind a pulpit and preach these kind of lies. But I also wanted to say something about, the terrorists, because that's the other attack that's being thrown at me. What about 9/11? And they say, well, because of 9/11, I guess I need to be tortured and beaten when I refuse to be a search. But it's funny, if you look at how the word terrorist got into our English language, it comes from French. The term terrorist was coined during the French Reign of Terror, Revolutionary France, 1793.
The government.
That's where our English word terrorist comes from. And that was the government faction that instituted the Reign of Terror in France, was known as the Terrorists.
And then Lenin, when he killed 20 million people before Stalin got in and killed double that, he called it the Red Terror and said it's essential. So yes, terror in its very definition in France and the Soviet Union, the two first usage is government carrying out mass exterminations.
Right, and if you study the French Reign of Terror, the executive branch of France at that time was called the Committee of Public Safety. In 1793 to July 1794, with the Thermidorian reaction. Okay, during that reign of terror, the government was the original terrorist, because that's where the word comes from. Terrorist has made its way into English.
The fact that you can read, Pastor, it means you should probably be in the MIAC report or the Federal report. I mean, you can read. France doesn't exist. That never existed. That's the new way the media handle.
They didn't cut all those people's heads off.
I'm debunking that. FEMA camps don't exist either. Now,
I just thought it was funny. It's always safety, because in revolutionary France, it was the Committee of Public Safety, and the people who beat the living fire out of me were the Department of Public Safety, which is what the Arizona Highway Patrol is called. And then there's the Department of Homeland Security. It sounds like the Committee of Public Safety. It sounds, and I'm wondering, who is trying to terrify who here? I was accused by a Border Patrol agent. He said, because I asserted my Fourth Amendment right, he said, well, I'm pretty sure you're a terrorist. But they were the ones trying to terrify me. They were the ones surrounding my car, threatening me, and boy, those weren't idle threats.
Hey,
take a look at my face and say it's an idle threat.
Have you seen the new video of another guy when they threatened him with nunchucks at the window?
No, that's me. That was me 2 months ago. That's me, same guy.
Oh, they
27-minute video.
They showed you. Oh, so they were mad from then. Was this the same checkpoint?
No, hundreds of miles apart. But you have to understand, I'm a
so they now
traveler.
menace you with nunchucks. Have you seen the video I've got of them breaking men and women's arms with nunchucks to teach them lessons?
No, I haven't.
Cue it up,
but
guys.
I'm a business traveler. I travel for the last 3 years. I've traveled all over the United States every week. I've been through these checkpoints hundreds and hundreds of times, and they just wade through. But every once in a while, the law of averages, they're going to interrogate you. They're going to want to search you, and if you travel as much as I do, you're going to get there at the wrong. You're going to be in the wrong place at the wrong time when they want to interrogate you and search you without a warrant. And that's what. And they searched me. They found nothing.
All right, Pastor, we're almost out of time. I got to move quick here. Are you aware that they've secretly recruited 13,000 preachers in 2006? It was secret. Then they made it public. It's 26,000 preachers. The clergy response teams, and FEMA secretly funds them to say, turn your guns in, go to FEMA camps, take inoculations, Romans 13, and that now it's been declassified. I mean, is that not the Soviet Union or Nazi Germany where they covertly are hiring the preachers?
Absolutely, but it doesn't surprise me based on how these preachers have been preaching and twisting Romans 13 and the way that these modern Bible versions are changing they're changing the very text of Romans 13 to make it fit their authoritarian, totalitarian government, philosophy. The King James Version words it different than these new ones that are being put out by these Bible societies or whatever they are, and these pastors who are basically selling out our country by telling us, be good little Christians and allow the abortion machine to go forward, the New World Order, the one world government to go forward. How can you be a Christian or a preacher and not believe in what the Bible says is going to happen one day, a one world government? That's what I don't understand.
Well, I want the sadists that did this to you to know that everything they're doing to you will be done to them 10 times worse by the evil globalist above them. And so they can't escape judgment. And, Pastor, is there a website we can visit or a YouTube channel or how do folks attend your church? I bet it's a good one.
Well, first of all, we got to get this video out there on YouTube. Just search Pastor Border Patrol. It's going to come up because this has got to get out to as many people as possible. We got to get this thing viral so that it doesn't keep happening to other people who, are less connected than I am, I guess. But also the updates on the situation are on the blog, my wife's personal blog, which is StephenAndersonFamily.blogspot.com. And then my church's website is faithfulwordbaptist.org.
Faithful
Word. Yes, it's Faithful Word Baptist Church in Tempe, Arizona, which is just right in the middle of Phoenix, right in the heart of Phoenix. It's Tempe. ASU is in Tempe, Arizona State University.
All right.
So that's where our church is located, very populated.
Pastor, fire out the website one more time. Fire out the website one more time.
www.faithfulwordbaptist.org.
All right, we'll talk to you again and get an update. We'll get an update from you soon. Thank you, sir. Let me say bye to him during the break.
Hi, this is Peter Kronschnabel with Midas Resources. As you know, government spending is at an all-time high and inflation is on the rise. What are you doing right now to protect yourself financially? As the economy continues to deteriorate due to corporate greed and government intervention, more people will lose their jobs and worse, their life savings. Having your hard-earned money in banks, the stock market, or any other paper asset is a lose-lose deal. You'll lose on your capital investment and you'll lose purchasing power as the dollar continues to devalue. One thing is certain, having physical possession of gold and silver will guarantee that no matter what happens, your investment will never be worthless. If you've been thinking about investing in the physical possession of precious metals, I can help. Call me today, Peter Kronschnabel, at 800-686-2237, extension 108, and I will take the time personally to put together a portfolio designed to protect what you've worked so hard for. Call Peter, 800-686-2237, extension 108. You've worked hard your whole life, and I want to work hard for you. Call 800-686-2237, extension 108.